Hello, Cancer. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul. If Cancer is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you need me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Cancer, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And a Nine of Swords to begin with. Not our favorite card, is it? The Nine of Swords. Sometimes that card can be a good thing, though, right? Sometimes that could be us really seeing the painful truth of something. And maybe that's exactly what we need, right? So let's try to put a positive spin on what is usually a very negative card. Nine of Swords, cruelty, right? Wrath. Really just meanness for meanness' sake, right? But we're learning something, right? Somebody maybe is revealing their true colors. We've got some court cards now. We've got an Eight of Swords that has become then a Nine of Swords. We have more swords, more court cards, yeah. Going from an 8 to a 9 is actually progress, right? Because the 8 is saying, I'm confused, I can't see my way forward, I keep racking my brain about something, but I don't understand. Well, oh, I see now, right? Now we understand. Now we know what this person's all about. More court cards here. And really, this is a process by which you are made whole. This is a process by which you heal. Okay? So we're no longer racking our brain about something, trying to figure something out, over-analyzing something. Now, it's a simple acceptance of the truth, and we can heal. Okay? This is a serious change. 9, now we're 9 of Cups. Now we're getting happy. Now we've got the Magician energy. Now we've got a 3 of Wands. Now we've got a 10 of Cups. So this is the only way that you're going to move forward into health and wealth and happiness and stability and prosperity is by just accepting whatever this truth is. Now let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. And we're going to set it over here. We're going to put our alien friend right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end, but it will tie everything together and it will give us the confirmation that we need. If at any point during this reading you feel like you know what that card might be, I want you to put your prediction down in the comments. All right, let's do it together. Let's make it a group exercise. All right, looking around here for major arcana, we've got the Magician. And the Magician is in the position of the environment. So first of all, I'm led to believe that somebody's been lying to you, okay? And I think that maybe we've been trying to figure out what the truth of something really is or what the significance of something really is. But it's been a deception the whole time. Okay, so this could be a friend, it could be a family member, it could be an ex, it could be a romantic partner, whatever the case is, right? I honestly feel like there's a group of people that are involved here in some way, all right? And I feel as if you're uncovering the truth about something here, and it's not a pleasant truth, it's not something that you're happy to hear, but you're gonna be happy to be free of this because now we can heal, now we can move toward our true happiness. The Magician in this position, in the environment position, shows me that by getting out of this situation, by accepting the truth of this, it's going to allow you kind of more creative control over your environment, over your world, right? It's going to allow you to make decisions that are going to be geared toward your 10 of Cups, your ultimate happiness, your ideal life that you're looking for. And now this is you working your magic to create this, okay? This is a mind that now kind of like knows all the answers, Sometimes we get the Ace of Swords and we think, well, that's a mind, that's clear, not attached to anything, there's no concerns, there's no worries, I don't know the answers, I don't care about not knowing the answers. But then we get the Magician, and now it's like, now you do know all the answers. And that gives you this kind of, it gives you the power, right? To control the situation, to control the environment, to create the world in which you want to live. All right. So this is a very important card. This is a card that says you can get out of this situation and you're actually better off for it. Okay? Because Mercury is one of those elements that can combine with other elements and compounds and molecules and stuff, and can be part of a whole. Mercury, the Magician, very adaptable, but can also separate itself completely and be absolutely unique and stand on its own as an individual. So this card in the environment, to me, is saying that you're getting out of this combination. And this could be a toxic group of people, it could be a toxic family situation, right? You're getting out of this and you're standing on your own. You are asserting your independence and your individuality. And I think that's a really big thing, a really big step, because it's allowing you to heal, it's allowing you to focus on your happiness. Okay? And I feel like you're the Princess of Swords in this case. That there is a kind of an ugly truth about things that you don't really want to know, but you're going to be a lot better off with that knowledge. All right. So that's our major arcana. We have our fire cards. We have our water cards. We have all this air, right? And then we've got the earth cards. And I think the Princess of Pentacles is really, for one, it's you healing. Okay, it's you feeling whole again, right? That whatever was going on here, this confusion, this fighting, this deception, this manipulation, whatever it is, this nasty stuff, it was taking things from you in a way. And then here we have this earth, very solid earth energy. You're becoming whole again. So this is a lot of healing, especially when we add in the water energy to that. I don't know that we need to talk much about the air stuff, because I feel like that's going to be very unique to each of you. But I do know with the Eight of Swords here that the longer we stay in that situation, the more we're doing a disservice to ourselves, because every moment we spend in that environment, in that group, we're tying ourselves up in knots. We're preventing our own movement. We're preventing healing. We're preventing progress, right? And maybe we're trying to figure out this situation or this group of people or whatever it is. We're trying to make sense of it, when really what we need to do is extricate ourselves from this. We're being tied up in all these wires, and we're not able to move. Right? We're racking our brain trying to make sense of something that is better off just left alone. It's like a Christmas Vacation when Clark says, "Here, Russ, untangle these Christmas lights." It's a big ball of Christmas lights all tangled up like this. There's no way. You just gotta throw it away, right? I don't know if it's that easy. I don't know if this is something that you can just literally walk away from, or if there is, with the Nine of Swords, if there's kind of something that needs to take place in order for you to have closure, to have the kind of freedom in order to get yourself away from this. But the Nine of Swords is definitely the revelation of the truth of something. And the Nine of Swords, it's a painful truth. Realizing, I think, that this is a toxic situation. Realizing that this is not where you need to be. Okay? Now, I also feel that the Knight of Swords at the top here is your ability to be very decisive. I feel that you're somebody maybe it takes you a while to make up your mind, but once you do, there's no going back on that. Once you make up your mind, that's it. That's final, And so maybe that's why it seems like you take a little bit more time and you're a little bit more thorough and thoughtful when you have these big issues, these big decisions to make. It takes you a while to make them, because once you do, that's it. That's final, And so I feel that's maybe why you've been in this situation for a while, because you're really trying to figure it out. You're trying to work it out. I don't know if this is something that can be worked out, right? But I think that's a realization that you have to come to on your own. And then once you do, that final decision is the end of the line, all right? Because we see a lot of commitment on your side. And maybe this is a romantic relationship, maybe this is a family situation. I feel like you showed up every day and you had the best intentions here, but I feel like there were the other person or the other people involved were not being honest about what they wanted or honest about their level of commitment to something. It could be a work thing, could be a family thing, could be a romantic situation. But I feel like you're this, the Prince of Wands here, that you showed up every day and you have the very best of intentions. That you were committed and devoted, and you showed up ready to work, like you were in this, you know. And I feel as if this was taken for granted, and I feel like you weren't appreciated, and I feel like maybe the other person or people kind of told you what you wanted to hear to keep you on board doing all the work, but they didn't have an intention of really contributing anything, you know. So anyway, that's what we can say about this. But I really want to move forward and talk about the good stuff, and it starts with the Princess of Pentacles. Getting out of this situation is really the best thing that you could do for yourself in order for you to heal, in order for you to get grounded again and start focusing on your happiness. Now that Nine of Cups, this is you pursuing your happiness. This is you following your bliss, right? This is us searching, striving for, working toward satisfaction and fulfillment on every level of our being, the physical, financial, mental, emotional, and the spiritual, creative levels of our being, right? So now you're not settling. Now you're pursuing the ultimate life that you want, that is for you, that is going to allow you to get as close as possible to the perfect 10 life, right? The 10 of Cups up here that is the picture perfect life. That is the ideal, the perfect 10, the dream come true. Every part of your life is just fulfilled to the utmost, to the maximum, right? And I feel like that's what we're striving for. You're striving from this, going from a 9 to a 10. You know, and we think of somebody that's, I don't know, some kind of performance, let's say the Olympics or something, right? Somebody gets a 9 out of 10. Or you think about like movie ratings or whatever, 9 out of 10 is pretty good, right? Pretty good. You are striving for as close to that perfect 10 as possible. And this, I think, feels really, really good. This, I think, is you living for yourself, right? Not in a selfish way, really, but in a self-possessed way, in a self-empowered way. Right? This is you pursuing a life that is going to make you happy, not trying to make other people happy, not contributing your very precious energy to a situation that doesn't really want the same things. That's just taking you for granted. That is pulling the wool over your eyes. That was misleading you, perhaps. Okay. And this is you now living a life that is going to be full of meaning and richness and depth, right? A real depth there. And we talked about the Magician. I think the Magician is you realizing your individuality, you realizing that it is your magic. It is your power to create the perfect life for yourself. As close to perfection as we can get, right? And that's the work, trying to get from a 9 to a 10. Always striving to get a little bit more meaning and depth and richness and a sense of purpose and fulfillment and achievement out of life. In whatever sense, we're talking, if this is more of a career thing or a family thing or a romance thing, that's a large part of it. But I think with the 9 of Cups, this is, again, every level of your being. Right? Every level, something that is spiritually satisfying, mentally and emotionally satisfying, as well as physically or financially, if this is maybe a work thing or something, right? So you're not giving up on any of your dreams. And they are all within your power to create. The Three of Wands here, this is the difficult card. And this is virtue. This is you doing the right thing even when it's difficult. Okay. And, some of the most difficult things that we can do is to stand up for ourselves or to defend ourselves, right? Sometimes that's the most difficult thing, is to just speak up on your own behalf, be your own advocate, right? Especially when this 8 and 9, the 8 and 9, these are very deep. They're very low down on the tree, right? I think we've been in this situation for a little while. So it makes sense that the difficult thing for you is to be your own advocate and to stand up for yourself and to make that decisive move to go and be on your own, to go, pursue your own happiness, let's say elsewhere, right? But that's virtue. That's the Three of Wands. And I think that you're going to experience an inner unity where your spirit, your heart, and your mind are all going to be saying, yes, this is the right move. Even if intellectually and emotionally it seems very difficult and it feels painful and it feels like, well, if something feels this painful, how could it be the right move, But I think you're going to know in your core that this is right for you. Now, let's do a language of flowers because of these air cards. I think it'll be a good time to do one of these affirmation cards. Health. Focus on all parts to make the whole. Right? Focus on all parts to make the whole. And that's what we're talking about, is to not sacrifice any of your needs and desires and aspirations of life. Not to experience wholeness, to heal, right? And that kind of, to me, is the process of becoming whole again. We're healing. We're being made whole once again. So I like this, and I like the idea of health. I think it's more mental, emotional health than physical health, but focus on all parts to make the whole. And these are all of those parts, right? And really, these are all the parts of you that go up to make that go into making your picture perfect life, your dream life, right? This is all of your wants and needs. This is all of your aspirations. And maybe we can never attain perfection, but we sure as heck need to try, right? And I think from this area, this situation was preventing you from really pursuing a lot of what you really need, right? Your own kind of dreams and hopes and desires and aspirations. Let's do one. We got time for a Metatron Oracle card, and then we'll look at the mystery card. And we have the light body chakra. So this to me is kind of a spiritual awakening, and to me it suggests the magician as well, because the magician kind of represents that spinal column, right, where all the chakras are located, and not all, but the central ones. And so with this kind of activation, I feel like this is really a process of you realizing your spiritual nature and taking command, taking control of your destiny, of your fate, taking control of your reality. And it's kind of a difficult thing right now, and I understand that, because this situation has been taking place for a little while. It's easy to kind of forget ourselves or lose ourselves in here and think that this is reality and somehow I have to make sense of this to understand why I'm here. Well, maybe we just don't be here, right? So I think this is realizing also your higher aspirations and how this situation is kind of keeping you lower, right? Rather than encouraging you to rise higher. We should take a look at that mystery card. If you have a prediction for the mystery card, go ahead and put it in the comments. I guess I would like to see the Chariot card, right? Your superpower card. Well, let's just take a look. Well, we've got a King of Wands, same as this card here. So telling me that you have a lot to offer life. And this situation was taking advantage of everything that you have to offer. Your commitment, your devotion, your creativity, your passion, your love, your resources, your intelligence, your light, your spirit was being taken advantage of, or was even being kind of squashed, was being kept down in this situation. You have so much to offer the world, and I think that, by moving on from this situation, you're going to find better opportunities to bring your light to the world. So this is kind of telling me that your talents have been, I don't want to say wasted, but that's what I'm hearing, right? That all your gifts and all your talents are being wasted in this situation, right? That there are better places for you to be you, okay? Anyway, we're going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, there's a link up top. There's one down below. New readings for Cancer every Tuesday and Friday, 6 a.m. Chicago time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do. It's totally free. Doesn't cost anything. Leave a comment. Let me know where in the world you're watching from. I want you to know that you're the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you. And we're all in this together.